Human history is filled with stories of greatness, of mighty empires, brilliant thinkers, and awe-inspiring monuments. But hidden beneath the sands, buried in jungles, and drowned beneath oceans lie the remnants of civilizations that vanished long before our time. These lost societies challenge what we think we know about the past. They built cities more advanced than we imagined possible for their time, mastered sciences we still struggle to understand, and then disappeared, leaving behind silence, mystery, and wonder. Let's step back thousands of years to when these lost worlds were alive. One of the oldest and most mysterious is the Indus Valley civilization, which flourished around 2500 BCE in what is now Pakistan and northwest India. Long before the rise of Rome or even Egypt's Great Pyramids, the people of the Indus built cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro. These weren't primitive settlements, they were masterpieces of urban planning. Streets ran in perfect grids, homes had indoor bathrooms and running water, and massive granaries stored food for thousands. Their drainage systems were so advanced that modern engineers still study them in amazement. Yet, around 1900 BCE, this great civilization began to crumble. The mighty Sarasvati River that sustained them dried up. Some say climate change caused devastating droughts. Others suggest invasions, disease, or economic collapse. No one knows for sure. The people abandoned their cities, leaving behind only ruins and thousands of symbols carved into seals, a script we still can't decipher. Their language, their stories, and their names were erased by time. Far away in the Mediterranean world, another legend was being born, the tale of Atlantis. First told by the Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was said to be a powerful island nation beyond the Pillars of Hercules, now known as the Strait of Gibraltar. Its people possessed unmatched wealth and technology. Their temples shone with gold and silver, and their ships sailed across the world. But pride and greed led to their downfall. The gods, angered by their arrogance, sent earthquakes and floods that swallowed Atlantis in a single day and night. Some believe Plato's story was purely symbolic, a warning against human hubris, but others insist there's truth behind the myth. Could Atlantis have been inspired by the island of Santorini, destroyed by a volcanic eruption around 1600 BCE? Or was it the lost city of Tartessos in Spain, wiped out by floods? Despite centuries of searching, from the ocean floor to satellite scans, the true Atlantis remains a mystery. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, the Maya civilization thrived in the jungles of Central America. From 2000 BCE to the 9th century CE, the Maya built monumental cities, created precise calendars, and studied the stars with astonishing accuracy. They tracked Venus, predicted eclipses, and developed a writing system of intricate glyphs. Cities like Tikal, Palenque, and Chichen Itza stood as centers of art, mathematics, and religion. But then, at the height of their power, the Maya cities fell silent. Within a century, most were abandoned. Archaeologists believe droughts, overpopulation, and internal wars might have caused the collapse. Yet, the Maya never vanished entirely. Millions of their descendants still live in Central America speaking Mayan languages and preserving ancient traditions. Their story is not one of extinction, but of endurance. In the deserts of the Middle East, another lost kingdom carved its legacy into stone, the Nabateans. They were traders who controlled the spice and incense routes between Arabia and the Mediterranean. Their capital, Petra, was carved directly into the rose-red cliffs of sandstone. With water channels, hidden cisterns, and towering facades, Petra was an engineering marvel. But when trade routes shifted and Rome took control, the Nabateans faded into history. For centuries, Petra lay hidden from the outside world until it was rediscovered in 1812 by a Swiss explorer. Today, it stands as a silent monument to human craftsmanship and ambition. Journeying eastward, ancient India tells the story of another enigmatic site. Dwarka, the city of Lord Krishna described in Hindu scriptures. Texts say that Dwarka was a city of immense beauty and prosperity, built of gold and jewels before it sank beneath the sea after Krishna's death. For centuries, it was considered myth, until underwater archaeologists discovered submerged ruins off the coast of modern-day Dwarka. Stone walls, streets, and artifacts were found, some dating back thousands of years earlier than expected. Could this be the legendary city itself? If so, it may rewrite what we know about early human civilization. Further south in the Pacific Ocean lies Easter Island, known to its inhabitants as Rapa Nui. The island is famous for its massive stone statues, the moai, carved between the 13th and 16th centuries. Each moai represented an ancestor, watching over the people. But constructing and transporting these giants, some weighing over 80 tons, required immense resources. Eventually, deforestation and isolation led to famine and conflict, and the society declined. The moai remain, gazing toward the horizon, as if waiting for their creators to return. In Africa, the land of Nubia once rivaled ancient Egypt. Centered around the kingdom of Kush, it was home to powerful queens, known as Kandakis, and majestic pyramids that still stand today in modern Sudan. The Nubians ruled Egypt for a time, blending their culture with that of the pharaohs. But shifting trade routes and invasions led to their decline, and much of their history was lost beneath the desert sands. Across the Atlantic, in the mountains of South America, the Inca Empire built one of the most advanced civilizations in the world. Their cities stretched across the Andes, connected by roads that spanned thousands of kilometers. Machu Picchu, perched high in the clouds, remains one of the most breathtaking sights on Earth. The Inca had no written language but kept detailed records using quipus, strings of knots that recorded data. When the Spanish conquistadors arrived, the empire fell quickly, its treasures looted and temples destroyed. Yet much of Incan knowledge, their medicine, architecture, and astronomy, still amazes scientists today. And then there are civilizations so ancient, we barely have names for them. The Göbekli Tepe site in modern Turkey dates back to around 9600 BCE, long before farming or cities were thought to exist. Massive stone pillars arranged in circles suggest a complex spiritual society far older than any known culture. It challenges the very timeline of human civilization. How did hunter-gatherers create something so advanced? Why was it buried deliberately? The answers are still hidden beneath the earth. Other lost civilizations continue to spark debate. The Anasazi of North America, who built the cliff dwellings of Mesa Verde and then vanished. The Olmecs, who sculpted colossal stone heads long before the Maya. And Lemuria, a mythical sunken land said to have existed in the Indian Ocean. Some may have disappeared through natural disasters, earthquakes, droughts, or floods. Others may have been conquered or absorbed by rising powers. But all share a common thread: the mystery of disappearance. These ancient worlds remind us how fragile civilization can be. With all their wisdom and innovation, even the greatest societies can fall to the forces of nature, time, or their own choices. Yet, what they left behind continues to inspire us. Proof that the human drive to create, build, and explore never truly dies. Every lost city, every ruin, every myth tells us something about ourselves. We may never fully uncover the truth about Atlantis or Dwarka, or know why the Indus people left their homes. But their stories echo through time, reminding us that the rise and fall of civilizations is part of the endless cycle of history. Perhaps the real mystery isn't why they disappeared, but how their legacy still shapes us today. The architecture we design, the knowledge we seek, the myths we tell, all carry whispers of those who came before us. The Earth remembers everything, and as we keep digging, exploring, and learning, we inch closer to understanding not only the past, but our own place in it. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this exploration into the mysteries of the past, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.